They're up in the air with the greatest of ease. Oops, except right there. They're side by side, gracefully to the end. Their stars, the drivers, are bigger than life. Next on World of Trucks. It's the 18th annual four-wheel Jamboree, coming to you today from Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. Hello everyone, welcome to the World of Trucks. I'm Claude Wood, and when you say World of Trucks, what comes to mind immediately? It has got to be these monsters, these babies right here. Look at the fans in the stands. When they come out, when they fire these trucks up, you talk about the excitement, and that is what we have for you today. We have the Raminator, we have the Big Dawg, almost a dozen monster trucks today, all for you on the World of Trucks. Now, with an in-depth look at exactly what is a monster truck, let's go to our pit reporter, Doc Riley.
Thanks, Claude. What is a monster truck? This is a big, bad monster truck. It doesn't matter if it's got a Ford, a Dodge, a Chevy, anything on the nameplate. They all have got a couple of things in common. The first, they have to weigh at least 9,200 pounds. That's the minimum weight. They all run on alcohol, supercharged engines. Now, unlike your regular truck where the business end is up underneath the hood, the business end here is in the bed. Blowers there, you can see the Littlefield blower. Lots and lots of horsepower, about 572 cubic inches, anywhere to up to about 1,400 horsepower. Fuel cell in the back. The reason for that, the weight distribution. These tires right here are 66 inches tall, and that really is the determining factor on what makes a monster truck a monster truck. John Seasock has a pretty aggressive cut on his tires through here, hoping to be able to dig into the ground and get that horsepower transferred from that big power plant right here to these tires. 9,200 pounds, 66-inch tires, and the rest is up to each individual driver. Monster truck racing, we've got 8 of them coming your way.
Thanks, Doc. Let's get it started with round one right now. Dan Runte comes to the line in Bigfoot, and his competitor will be Jim Kohler. Joining me in the booth today, expert analyst Rick Carlson. And Rick, what a great day of racing this is going to be.
It will be fun here. Remember, there are no times, just whoever gets to the other end first. Looks like Dan Runte and Bigfoot, that 572 cubic inch Hemi Ford, got there first.
And getting his stopped down on the other end. Rick, let's go to the replay and see just what happened there. He's off the line really fast.
Right, looks like Jim Kohler in that 55 Chevrolet, the Avenger, just had no power from the beginning. Runte was a runaway.
That he was. Down to the top end, here's Doc Riley.
Well, Team Bigfoot's brought out one of the big guns, Jim Kramer, one of the original drivers back, well, more than a couple years back right there. Hey, looked like he put down a pretty good pass.
Well, it wasn't bad. You know, our camp thinks the right lane is the lane to be in. Dan did draw the left lane. That's the way it goes. He handled it very well. Got over the first jump, got a little crooked, but the Hemi came back, pulled him through.
Dale Benear backing up the Ramunition Dodge, getting ready to do business, and he will face the Big Dawg. And Rick, the Big Dawg, well known everywhere.
Right, Big Dawg, Doug Nolke has a couple of victories this year. Benear currently in second spot in the points chase in the Ramunition Dodge. Dodge and Ford, and it looks like Big Dawg, your Ford wins it.
And Rick, that was a very close race, and we mentioned a few minutes ago the winner determined by who gets to the finish line first. Rick, take us through it.
They left evenly. You can see coming off the first jump that Big Dawg Ford in the near lane, a little bit of a lead. Now it looks like Ramunition has taken over, but right there, landing first, Big Dawg, your win again.
Once again, Doc Riley.
Time for a little Big Dawg party, huh, here in Bloomsburg. Nice pass. Oh, thank you, man. That felt really good. Last night, track's a little loose, you know, qualifying and stuff like that, but, man, that felt good.
Usually we come to Bloomsburg and it's just dry. They've had a lot of rain early in the week. Do you think that's going to help the track later on today?
Oh, yeah, the track, I mean, it's got a lot of moisture in it. It's not dry and dusty, you know. You're getting good traction out there. So, man, just hang on, put her to the floor and see what happens, man. Thanks.
World of Trucks is being brought to you by Stainless Steel Brakes. Performance brakes built right by Stainless Steel Brakes. And by Lund. Get the look. Doug Nolke cooling off with some of the kids, always one of the crowd favorites. Welcome back to World of Trucks. Now, here's Doc Riley.
All right.
The determining factor for a monster truck is a 66-inch tire. And if you notice the tire here, it's got big cleats on it. That's designed so it digs into the ground, is able to clear that dirt and gravel that's there off to the side. It's very aggressive right here. The guys from Bigfoot will spend an awful lot of time grooving this just to make sure that they've got maximum bite on the starting line. Bigfoot from time to time will become an innovator. After all, these guys invented the monster truck 30 years ago. This is what they're trying today. This is a turf tire, be used on a sod farm, and essentially they've cut this tire in order to give them a lot more room to clear some of the dirt and mud that we see here at Bloomsburg from time to time. A lot of gravel in here, so this gives them some open space, and it also gives them an opportunity to use these edges right here in a number of different areas to get maximum traction. It's in the experimental stage. We'll see what happens as rounds continue, but Dan Runte picked up a round win. Let's see what he can do in the future.
Thanks, Doc. Continuing on with round one, this will be Mike Votters in the Black Stallion. His opponent, Mark Hall in the Raminator Dodge. And Rick, these guys on the Raminator Dodge team are always very tough.
Mark and brother Tim, current points leader, reigning champion, and they have a huge points lead. They have a huge lead in the race. And Raminator continues to add to that massive points lead.
And as John Seasock comes to the line in T-Maxx, let's go down and check in with Doc.
Hey, Tim Hall, the crew chief right here, Mark, picking up another win in the Raminator.
Yeah, our Rupert Raminator this time. Everything's going pretty smooth. We got a little engine concerns there, and we're getting her a little warm, but we'll keep trying. You know, this is a good racetrack, really nice race, beautiful day here in Pennsylvania. We'll see if we can get us another round for this big Dodge.
How do you cool that engine down?
Well, it's all a solid block of aluminum, this Dodge Hemi, so all we can do is try to cool our oil a little bit and hopefully buy a little time with the tough trucks between rounds, and we'll be all right.
The original monster truck team. You're looking at Bigfoot on its 30th anniversary. He will face the T-Maxx driven by John Seasock.
John Seasock, the hometown hero, and Bigfoot, this is the 30th anniversary Ford. Dave Harkey, the original monster truck team. Bob Chandler started all this with Bigfoot, but not this time. T-Maxx picks up your win.
And once again, Rick, that race was just so close. Let's check it out once again on the replay.
John Seasock, T-Maxx, new truck to John this year. Looks fairly close here, but they get to that second jump, and T-Maxx just takes over.
Check in with Doc Riley. He's with our winner.
Congratulations. That's going to make you feel great, especially when it's here in your home state.
All guaranteed, man. We're 20 minutes from home, and it's not often we get to play in our backyard, you know. And these guys out here are tough. You know, Bigfoot's 30 years, man. What can you say about that, you know? And this tough race, we're going to take one at a time. You know, every round here could be a final round anywhere in the country, and we're going to take one at a time and see if we can pull this thing off.
It'd mean a lot to win at Bloomsburg, wouldn't it?
Big time, man. This is my backyard. I have a lot of family, friends up here. I mean, this place is awesome. You know, I love it up here.
And the job we've done so far, this is how it shakes out as we head into the semifinal round. Time now for Product Highlight, which features some of the most interesting and innovative aftermarket products for your vehicle.
This Product Highlight is for anybody that takes their off-road vehicle into the boonies. We're down here at the Missouri Off-Road Outfitters display. This is Steve Frisbee, the owner, with 3 products to tell us about. Tell us about the Rock Bruiser.
Our Rock Bruiser differential covers are designed to take abuse that people subject their vehicles to off-road. They hold more volume of fluid so that you run cooler, and they're built to take anything you can dish out at them. We've got several left in our shop that are scored up, beat up, they still work. So,
what about the over-the-top axle truss? What's that?
We're the only manufacturer in the United States that builds an over-the-top axle truss. It's a true bolt-on option. It stiffens your axle housing, makes your bearings last longer, takes all the stress of the big tires that people put on their vehicles. We have applications for just about every vehicle that's made today that's leaf sprung for the most part, and it's an excellent added feature to most vehicles where the axle housing would be the weak link with running larger tires.
And right between us here is the Wrap Zapper. What's this?
This is something new we just introduced. It's a traction device. We hate to use a traction bar because it's not. It truly mounts up out of the way, away from the above the drive shaft for the maximum clearance for your vehicle. It's out of the way. It doesn't get damaged. It's designed to work in conjunction with your suspension. It allows it to move fully, but yet keep your axle under control. Eliminates all axle wrap.
All right, Rock Bruiser, over-the-top axle truss, and Wrap Zapper. You get those 3 products, and you'll be ready to rock.
Stay with us. More Monster Trucks when we come back. Welcome back to the world of trucks from Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. Lots of gorgeous trucks on the grounds today. Let's see what Doc Riley has found for us.
Why do you have Flowmaster exhaust on your vehicle?
Because I love to hear the horsepower through those mufflers. I had it before, and I'll always like Flowmaster.
Meanwhile, back out on the monster truck course, that's the Summit truck, and it's driven by Dan Runte. He will face the big dog.
A pair of Fords here, and there's going to be a Dodge against the Ford. So Ford's outnumbering everybody else at least 3-1. There we go. Dan Runte and Doug Nolke, and Dan Runte, Summit Bigfoot, your winner.
A little bit of problems there from Doug Nolke. Let's see exactly what happened on the replay. Rick, it looks like he might have lost power about half track.
Sit there equal here, but then he just slows down. Looks like he gets a little off course. Runte trying to get to his first win of the year, and that's hard to believe with Bigfoot.
Let's go down to top end.
Dan Runte takes a win right there. Nice pass.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it got a little loose, but I guess Big Dog did too. You know, it's a lot out there. You know, it's throwing you up in the air a little bit, and you're having to drive it back the second set of cars. We knew we had to run tough there. I mean, pulled one out for Bigfoot there, but like I said, it's a driving course.
Back out on the course, there's the T-Maxx, driven by John Seasock, and he will face the Raminator Dodge by Mark Hall. Rick, could there be some intimidation factor here?
Well, there always is when you're up against Mark Hall driving. Tim Hall is the crew chief, points leader, the defending series champ. And we'll see what, oh my goodness, this is the upset. That hometown hero, T-Maxx, makes it into the final.
Intimidation or not, that's the way it worked out. Ever want to ride in a big truck? Here you go.
What do you see? Oh, that first jump you see nothing but sky and then the ground as you come down. This looks like a good ride for Seasock.
Down on top end, he has got to be pleased.
Awful lot of horsepower out there in that track.
Yeah, definitely, man. It's a fast track. You're coming in. I didn't lift at all. I mean, the light went green. I planted my foot to the floor, and I didn't lift till we were way past the finish line. I don't take any chances, you know. This old Traxxas T-Maxx is awesome. I couldn't ask for a better sponsor, better company to be hooked up with. I'm a big kid, and I get to drive a big toy now.
Well, this one is going to be very interesting going into the final. Summit Bigfoot will face the T-Maxx. Time now for a product highlight, which features some of the most interesting and innovative aftermarket products for your vehicle.
On this product highlight, it should be of interest to anybody who does any towing. Now, if you have mud flaps on your tow vehicle, it's protecting that part of the equation. But what about whatever it is you're towing? What protects that? Towtector is designed to do that, and Dan Skibout is the president of Towtector. You've got an interesting little demonstration here of what happens when you're towing something.
Yes, Bill. It's a misconception with most people. They think they're protecting what they're towing by just simply putting on a mud flap. People don't realize that most of the debris that is hitting what they're towing is coming in between their back wheels. So it's very, very important to get protection across the full back of the vehicle.
Talk about Towtector now. It's individually designed for specific vehicles, not one size fits all.
Correct. There's different widths for different vehicles, and there's several different heights of brush strips that accommodate different receiver heights. Our patented support bar keeps the brush strips from blowing back and gives you maximum protection.
Phil, one of the things I like about the product is it has double brush strips rather than single, and that really should keep your towed vehicle protected. And the mounting bracket seems really simple.
Yeah, Bill, what we did here from the beginning was let's do it right. So what we did is we backed it up with a double brush strip, okay, which gave double the protection. Also, the easeability of mounting this thing on the ball mount. You can put the ball mount right through the product and put it right into the receiver, and it takes just a matter of seconds. The clamping device, too, is totally awesome. It's real easy to put on and real easy to take off. Also with this product, we've put a wall mount storage bracket with it that can be mounted in your garage. So when you take it off of your vehicle, you can put the whole thing up on the wall for easeability. As fast as it goes on the wall is as fast as you can put it back on your vehicle.
Thanks a lot, Phil. It's called Towtector, and it may be the best product out there, not so much for protecting your tow vehicle, but what's behind it.
World of Trucks is being brought to you by Honda, the power of dreams, and by Hallmark. built strong for the way you work and play. Welcome back to the world of trucks from the four-wheel Jamboree Nationals in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. Now, let's check in with Doc Riley.
In the world of motorsports, there are very few names that have stood the test of time. One of those names is Bigfoot, the Bigfoot Ford with the Firestone tires, approaching 30 years. Now, many people have occupied that driver's seat up there. Some great drivers like Andy Brass and a guy that now is Vice President of Operations for Bigfoot, Jim Kramer.
Bigfoot is the first monster truck ever built. I've been with him 25 years. It's been a long haul, but a fun one.
Bob Chandler really is the guy that's been given a lot of credit for the idea and the mission, and it's my understanding he still has a lot of great ideas, doesn't he?
Sure, he's got ideas. Never stops. Comes into work every day. You know, so most times he's got a new idea. So it's fun to be with him. I'm glad he still takes the interest in it. He does. He eats, sleeps, and drinks monster trucks. What can I say? He lives it.
Of course, many people have worked for the Bigfoot team, a number of drivers, fabricators, and folks in the shop. But the person that put it all together, along with his wife, Marilyn, is Bob Chandler, the original Bigfoot.
I still don't know how far it's going to go. People ask me where it's going from here. I have no idea. And I wasn't sure it was going to last this long. But I'm happy. I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying meeting a lot of people. And Bloomsburg is one of our great shows.
So Bigfoot's almost become an icon. You say Bigfoot and immediately people know what it is.
We pushed the name of Bigfoot on a truck from its very beginning. We didn't push, my name or any of the driver's name, the truck's name, and it's kind of taken over because kids know it as Bigfoot. It's not a Ford pickup truck necessarily. It's Bigfoot, so that's what we push all along, and it seems to have carried. So.
This idea, and you've told me before that it just kind of took off. It just kind of, went nuts all of a sudden. But kind of relive that moment of when Bigfoot kind of became Bigfoot.
Well, the name came about because I'd race every weekend and tear my truck up. And when I got back to the shop every Monday morning, my general manager started calling me Bigfoot because I couldn't keep my foot out of the throttle. And I stuck the name on the side of the truck because it had big tires, so I figured that's where I got the Bigfoot out of it. And from that point on, it just grew and grew and grew. We went out to the field one time and crushed some cars just to see if we could do it. And then promoter saw that and wanted us to do it in front of the crowd, and we did it at Jefferson City, Missouri was the first place we crushed cars for a crowd, and the people went nuts. And from that point on, that's all we could do. We race now and we clear the cars. All we need is ramps, but we've taken the cars out before and people don't like it. That's something that I guess we've created from the start, and it's the way it goes. The trucks are totally different than anything else out there. The sprung weight is backwards of any other vehicle. We run a fiberglass body, we run 1,500 horsepower, and a 10,000-pound truck. I mean, how do you make a 10,000-pound truck do what? When we first started, I was talking to some people years and years ago. I said, there's no way to take these trucks off the ground. They break in pieces. And now we're jumping airplanes and jumping semis with them, so it still amazes me.
Congratulations, Bob.
Thank you very much, Doc.
A lot of history behind the Bigfoot team, driven by Dan Runte as he brings his machine to the line to face John Seasock. And once again, Rick, this will be a big moment for John Seasock.
Well, you have two racers who have not visited Victory Lane this year. Bigfoot surprising Seasock, won the year before, but now able to get in here. The local hero against that big Nate Snubbit Bigfoot truck.
Bigfoot first off of the line, and he takes the victory. Let's go to the replay and see, Rick, exactly how he did it.
Well, they lead together. I don't know if it's the new style tires, that new tread pattern that Runte has, or the years of experience, but it was close. Seasock trying to take the win, but Runte, the veteran, shines in this one.
Back down to top end. Here's Doc Riley.
Hey, congratulations, a win at Bloomsburg.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, new sponsorship. And we're playing a lot with tires, too, as everybody can tell. I mean, we kind of throwed some stuff around yesterday because we didn't know what it was going to do on account of rain, and it worked pretty good, so we left it alone today. We got Jim and Bob are here, just the whole team. I mean, that's where Bigfoot started 30 years ago, and it's tough, It just, to get a win like this means a lot here.
What does it mean for you as a driver and as a person to be able to drive for a team with this rich of motorsport history? I mean, if you look at it, a lot of teams do not go back 30 years with one sponsor, Ford and things of that nature. What does it mean for you to be able to sit in that seat?
It's awesome. I mean, Doc, I can't explain it. Driving for the man. I mean, that's the way we look at it. He's just an awesome boss, and, he brought this a long ways. It's just, like I said, I can't explain it. It's just really cool, We put our heads together, we work with Nelkeys a lot and stuff, and our team at the shop, it's just, I couldn't ask for better.
Congratulations, champ.
Thank you.
You gotta love it, Rick. The emotion is still on Dan's face, probably as much as it was the very first one. After 10 of 18 rounds, Mark Hall out in first place in the Raminator Dodge in points. Congratulations to him. Now, let's go to freestyle. This is Andy Slifko.
Well, he started out with 4 tires on the rim, finished with that jump with just 3. Kirk Dabney, Monster Patrol, going to climb over that big step van and put the front end up in the air.
And Rick, this is freestyle, but it's all about go out. You've got one goal, one objective here. That is please the crowd.
And you can hear the crowd in the background. Monster Patrol, one of the favorites, and taking out all the signs.
That'll bring up Trey Meyer and the Iron Warrior.
Iron Warrior, you can see he's in the midst of some work on the truck, and what's he going to do? He'll just slowly walk over the cars with the step van. Now he's going to dog track a little bit toward us. That 4-wheel steering makes it easy to do some of these tricks in freestyle.
Up next, Andy Hoffman in the Nitemare. Wow, look at the air.
And he comes down a little crooked, turns it around. What's next for the Nitemare? More car crushing action.
I've talked to the guys, Rick, before they went on, and they were really excited about coming out and pleasing the crowd today.
Nitemare and the big burnout, just throwing up dust and dirt everywhere.
And the crowd loves it.
Step van still isn't getting any shorter.
Got a feeling it will. If you would like more information on products shown today, log on to these websites. Be sure to join us for World of Trucks. Next week, it will be Tough Trucks from Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. We'll look for you. That'll put a wrap on today's program. For Doc Riley and Rick Carlson and Bill Stevens, Claude Wood, keep on trucking.